This is Beans, ho. Feel me? Yes, that man.
Y'all already know why we here. We gonna talk about this next gen info part 2, baby. Let's get it. And it's starting off with dribble moves, baby. And y'all know how it gets down with the dribbling. You know I love dribbling. And yeah, so most of this is gonna be about dribbling and movement. Let's see where we go with this. So they said that they built dribble moves from the ground up. I feel like they say that every year with every game. Oh, we built this from the ground up, da 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 da. As far as dribble moves goes, they said they kept the signature packages, but everything else is revamped and rescaled or whatever. They also said that in the beginning that they have a new locomotive system, meaning that, I guess fixing all the sliding that you currently do in 2K21, because the sliding is bad. Letting go of the LT, because a lot of people like to play intense defense all the time, will reduce your sliding, but still, there's still a lot of sliding. So hopefully enhancing the locomotive skills, like they said, hopefully with the new engine they can continue to make defense and everything that comes with moving easier. They also said with dribbling that you don't do many unwanted movements anymore. It's more like where you want to go is where you go, and in the time that you need to get there. So with that being said, I feel like there's not much I can really talk about dribbling other than what you're currently seeing in the video. And there's one of those things we just gotta wait and see. Like I said, I dribble a lot in 2K. I'm not a dribble god, but I can dribble well, and I know most, if not all, the moves and how to chain them. So I do dribble a lot, and I do a lot of ISO play. So hopefully, we can see what they got for next gen when it comes down to dribble. So we move on to on-ball defense, which they claim to have been working on for 3 years so far. They upgraded things like unique contextual movements, so stops on leagues, space perimeter, guard break, stuff like that, as well as improved passing and cutting when it comes down to being more grounded and not sliding as much as a defender on a break. They improved the overall movement, meaning that basically your player follows the stick input when you put it in the controller or into whatever consoles you're playing, as well as updated player size logic, which means they basically, if you're a point guard, you run fast. If you're a big man, you gonna feel it, type of deal. So your big man is gonna feel like a big man as compared to a point guard, which seems to make sense to me. It should make sense to mostly everybody. A big man shouldn't be running like a point guard, and point guard shouldn't be running like a big man or playing like a big man as far as post moves and things of that nature. Like a point guard shouldn't be able to, like a point guard running like super duper slow. Like some of my characters, I make them 6'6", and they're shooting guard and they run slower than some of the big men that be running down the court. And it's not right. It's just a video game, but still isn't right. I think the profile logic should play a point in this. And then as far as adjusting your character when you're on ball defense or even anywhere on the court, they have this thing where you can tap the left stick now to kind of like do a quick step to get where you're trying to go, which is like what you would do in real life defense, kind of like a shuffle step, shuffle left, shuffle right. So I think that's a good improvement. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the way the function works, it actually works in the game, and it's not something that's gonna make you do it unnecessarily if you just push forward on the stick. Stuff like holding your arm up with the right stick. Sometimes my dude kind of jumps forward to do a lateral contest, and all I was doing was holding up on the right stick. Hopefully that doesn't happen with this left stick jab type movement. So speaking about the left stick jab steps, that leads me right into the next topic, which is foot planting. Apparently they rewrote how it works in the game. So apparently you're more able to take more procedural steps in the game, which I mean, could be good because, you know, sliding in the game of basketball can be very bad. So you no longer have to shift your whole character to do what you need to do, and your character actually plants his feet so you can get a good base for defense on and off ball, you know, because you're gonna need that. So they actually made it where footwork is more acceptable in the game. So I hope, like, you know, those hidden stats that we all get the same of, like reaction time and stuff like that, hopefully that plays into the game more, because it's like you can have a 65 reaction time like everybody else, and then one person is able to steal the ball quicker than the other. So stuff like reaction time, you know, or reflexes, or whatever those little stats is that we have no control over, it's just based off your position and this, that, and the third. Hopefully those play more into the game, kind of like how it was in like 2K17, 2K16, where you can go do the reaction time drill and actually get your reaction time up. Some of them felt like they didn't work, but stuff like reaction time kind of did work. So hopefully they bring that back into the game. That feature will be dope. Now, as far as this body up portion goes, when you think about bodying up, I'm thinking more of in the post. But in their terms of bodying up is when, you know, defender is on the hip of the ball handler, and, you know, you kind of just ride that wave. So now they said they increased the effectiveness for good ball handlers to grab a defender. I feel like that could play a part in people who don't prioritize defensive badges so much, as far as, like, I always have at least 8 to 10 defensive badges, even though I'm not a primary defender. So that could be a means of literally stopping a bad defender from guarding a good ball handler. It could be bad, but I mean, if you suck at defense, you suck at defense. They went for a better one-on-one game to more properly replicate the NBA, so which is dope. As far as, I don't know how well, when you're riding somebody's hip, how well they're going to be able to accurately count to see if it's a blocking foul or not. I feel like something like that could lead to an issue later on, as far as you playing really good defense and then they get by you a little bit and they count it as a blocking foul. I see that sometimes in 2K. We all have seen it. So things like that, I feel like, I mean, you just gotta wait and see for that, honestly. So they said they improved off-ball contact, as well as got rid of vacuum screens. They claim they got rid of vacuum screens a couple years ago too, and it's still in the game. So we'll see about that one. But off-ball contact, I seem to get stuck on my teammates a lot, and I know it happens to a lot of people. So they got these new let-through features, as well as hard collisions that are more realistic, like NBA basketball. So hopefully that doesn't, you know, it doesn't affect the game too much when you bump into a teammate. Because I know now in 2K21 current gen, when I bump into a teammate, I kind of get stuck and I'm running in place. When I bump into an opponent, I kind of get stuck and I'm running in place. So with the improvement on sliding and foot planting, hopefully this off-ball contact moving engine is a lot better than current gen moving engine. That's another thing that we're just gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully the vacuum screens are really gone, because sucking me in from Jerusalem, no homo. It's wild. It's just wild to me. So hopefully they did fix that. That's one feature that I think they need to fix. So with the impact engine being discussed right now, I think a good badge to bring back is charge card. That badge is underrated. I don't care what nobody say. That shit underrated. I think charge card would be a good badge to bring back. As well as how useful will Pick Dodger be with the absence of vacuum screens. I mean, Pick Dodger for me, it always seemed like it brought me into the screen more than anything. Apparently they improved the impact as far as it comes down to, like, you know, blocks, stuff like that. So with them improving the impact engine, I feel like the contact dunk should be nastier. I feel like the back down should be nastier, because that's what they're going for. Anything that causes a collision should be nastier. It should be more gritty. It should be more raunchy. I'm liking that as far as holding down defense on the perimeter. Any impacts up there, I feel like these impacts should take stamina. That's just me. Unlimited stamina is not realistic, and those are the people who adjust and don't use up all of their stamina holding RT should be rewarded for that. So that's one thing. It might not be impact related, but I mean, I still wanted to put it in there. As far as impact when it comes to being mid-air, like, you know, you got a layup and somebody does a late contact, apparently they improved that. Or just trying to do a slithery finish when you glide by somebody, they improved that. That's another thing that we will have to wait and see for ourselves. So now they have putback contact dunks and alley-oop contact dunks, which is gonna be nasty. It's gonna be sick to see people doing putback and alley-oop contact dunk. If a nigga hit me with an alley-oop contact dunk, he gotta fight me after the game. I'm gonna move on to the PlayStation 5 trigger, which, I mean, is no benefit to me because I'm an Xbox player, and I feel like that's gonna be a feature that they should allow people to either turn off or turn on based on how they want to play the game. So hopefully 2K kept that in mind, because I know a couple people who are even complaining about it right now. It seems like a good feature until you start using it, and then it starts restricting your controller or whatever the case may be. So as far as the effects that you feel for when somebody's stronger than you backing you down as compared to when you're stronger than them backing them down, that's gonna be pretty dope. You can feel the restraint, the tension in that. So I mean, that's a good feature to have for PlayStation 5 players. Hopefully they enjoy it, and hopefully it's a good feature and something that they can keep on and enjoy and be like, oh snap, this defender's stronger than me, or this playmaker is faster than me, so it's easy to, I mean, with the P4 trigger, that's really all that's left, all the important parts. I feel like, if y'all want to read it, I'll leave the link to the article in the description so you can read it for yourself. I feel like anything that was major I kind of touched on and gave my own ideas of what a function or feature should be like. If you want to see a feature in the game of 2K and you kind of have your own ideas, leave it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Do it. This is it for the video. Peace and here Grease. You hear me? I'm out. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.
Hold on. This beats, ho.